Hello. I just thought I'd do a brief recap about the Zachariah Anderson trial from today. It was an interesting one, shall we say. Um, those in my live stream, we had a good chat today about some of the trial. Some of them are new to it. Some have been there from the start. So it's always nice to be able to chat to everyone about it. Whilst I'm here, before we get into it, if you can like and subscribe. Um, I'd really appreciate that. I'm a little bit tired. It was a long stream. It was about 7 or 8 hour stream. I'll take my glasses off. Um, yeah, it was over 7 hours, but I thought it was important. I thought it was a good day. I was disappointed yesterday with the trial. I just thought it dragged, and I just thought it was just too much with that inspector. We knew how it was going to end up yesterday. It was more of a right. The state they're going to say this, and he's going to point everything out. Then the defense are going to come in and just contradict everything. And so it's he said kind of deal. So today, I think, started off saying really, well, the inspector was on there. He was on there only for a short period of time. It was all done with. The state rested, thankfully. The defense then were able to bring their own witnesses on. Um, first two were, or first few were like boyfriend and girlfriend that lived nearby, and I don't think they said they'd never heard anything, but then apparently they were in bed and maybe sleeping. So it was again a nothing burger really. Crime scene investigator again was like, she didn't feel like she found blood. It was more of a bleach, but then the state would argue with her, well, the spots you don't normally find bleach in the tests that you do. It's not normal. She admitted it was normal, but it does happen. I'm glossing over some of this stuff because it's a nothing burger, really. So, in my opinion, anyway, I don't think anything really happened until, well, I think this afternoon. It's the lunch. I thought, well, this morning's quite quiet. Then all of a sudden, we had like a head off, like just McAtee against Washington. A lot of controversy on this. So that was big. But before that, um, of course, that's a whole different story. We had just after lunch the defense putting forward a motion to withdraw some of the allegations, or the whatever you call it. Just want to get. I'm tired, guys. Just wanted to drop like the stalking claims and stuff um, for Zachariah. And I'm not a massive fan of the DA in this trial, but he defended us saying, "No, we've covered enough. We feel we've done enough." To be fair, I agree with him. I think for me, I get out of it. He's a creep, and there's stalking there, in my opinion. So yeah, I was like, yeah, 100%. It's it should never be taken out. I mean, the jury should make a decision themselves on that, and whatever they base on it, fine. But I think it deserves. The judge should never chucked it out. But the judge was like, the way he was speaking, I thought he was going to chuck it out. Genuinely, like I'm new to all this, right? But the way he spoke about it, he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I don't see much here, blah blah, but it doesn't fit all the boxes." And I'm like, the one time I agree with the DA, I'm like, "What's going on?" Because controversial, maybe, but in my opinion, I would say he's 100% a stalker and a creep. But I would say I've seen nothing concrete that he's a murderer. Now, whoa, 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 cool. Calm down, because people come straight at me about that. No, he's definitely a murderer. I'm surprised. Everyone has him down as a murderer. Now, I think I've missed something, but we'll get into that now. But anyway, I thought the judge was gonna like chuck this case out, and I was like, but then he said no, you know, sustain. You know, it's going through to the jury, which I was like, okay. But genuinely, at one point, I thought he was gonna check it out. Anyway, move on to McAtee and Washington. Well, I mean, they themselves are fine, but the DA. wow, he nearly blew a gasket because he was oh, he was pissed because there's a video that the court from Court TV, the defense put in showing the um, DA at the same time as Washington defended last week, mouthing "die, die." Basically, this full sentence was "die, die, die, motherfucker," but it only caught him saying "die, die." So he was pissed. He was really agitated by that. He was really "Woo, hot, hot, hot." He was like, "Oof, flames going everywhere." And this guy, when he gets off on one, he gets off on one. So he went off on one, and anyway, the judge, I don't know what he did. I must have forgotten this ruling, or I don't understand it, but he kept the USB and put it into evidence, but there was no sanctions or anything. So I don't really understand what that means, but whatever. Um, so Washington comes on the spot, explains. He said he didn't see the DA do it. Basically, he's like, DA trained you. He told you what to say. That's what the defense were getting at, basically, from all this. And he said, well, I did visit them twice, and yeah, they repeated. So basically, he gave a statement, and then they repeated back to him the next time they saw him what he told them. So he just used that, man. So they could have made anything up. It was what the defense were trying to get across. And also, the boys, he said he didn't know this McAtee guy. And the McAtee guy, when he was part of the defense, not defense, state pointed out, when McAtee was and Washington were in prison together, one was up the top of the stairs, one was down bottom. So there's no way for them to communicate against each other because McAtee's accusing Washington, and I'm confused myself here, of telling him that, hey, if you want to get off or get a less um, sentence, then just make up a story about somebody in jail or in prison, and then get the witness stand, and you'll get a good deal. So this McAtee guy went on stand that he said, yeah, I was offered a deal, but didn't go through or something, which the DA jumped up and was pissed about again, saying, no way, no way, no way this happened. But essentially what happened was they explored with this McAtee's lawyer about the potential of him becoming a witness, and they would look after him, basically. So DA, like, I understand DAs do this all around the country, but this DA I just feel is a little bit more corrupt than everyone else. That's just my opinion. So he was saying, yeah, yeah, Washington had told him that to basically pick someone like Zachariah and just make some stories up for about him, and then you can get away with it. The problem was obviously they're quite distant from each other, so the state was saying, well, how can he communicate because it's impossible? And he was like, well, we're shouting back and forward. There's only three of us there, so it didn't really matter. So again, it's a nothing burger, really. It's a he said. Who gives a effing hell of it, really? Um, but I thought it was interesting because just because the DA was losing his shit, he was like literally, oh, if you touched him, he was probably on fire. How angry he was. Even his line of question, he was so aggressive. So he was losing his temper because of his aggression. I thought he was going to go for another mistrial at one point. But we got through that somehow, some way. Um, and we got Monday now. I said this is going to be brief because I am absolutely knackered. We've got Monday now. Monday should be the last day of witnesses, defense thing. Might sneak into Tuesday, maybe. We just don't, you just don't know with these things. And then the jury get to deliberate. So probably still going to stream in case the jury come back with a decision on Tuesday, Wednesday, all that. So yeah, we'll see. And then looking forward to some other cases or trials after that. I'm not sure how informative this was, but I just want to get some things out. Um, it's a bit more exciting today than yesterday, basically, and hopefully we just got one more day to go. So with that, that's it. Unedited, everything. Just brief recap. Again, if you could, please subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. And that's it. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm looking up at the record button. I always press the end recording, and I forget it takes another like 2 seconds to end record. So I'll press it now. Have a great weekend.